Hey, hey,
Woo! Hi.
good afternoon.
Wow. Good afternoon, Linda. What's going on? This
Hey,
is
everything is Saturday, beautiful Saturday, a little chilly, but I'm enjoying this weather. That's all I'm going to say. God is good.
I am totally enjoying this weather, and I haven't even been outside today, but it looks pretty.
I haven't either, but it's looking out. I can't wait. Get out there in a few. At least the sun is shining.
Yeah, the sun is shining and the chill is still on, possibly, right?
Yes, it is. It's going to be here for a minute.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I'm super excited. You can see that our other two sisters are not here today. They are out in the community helping out with another Sisters for Sisters network member.
Yes.
Clark, yeah, Judy Clark has a fundraiser every year, and it deals with domestic violence. So they're over there in the Montgomery County area supporting her Peggy and Wyoming. So yeah, we're excited. We'd like to hear more. So I hope they'll chime in from there and let us know what's going on.
That would be great. Well,
And
look who's in the house today.
I know, we
Got
have.
two of our sisters.
I know. So they're taking their place. How about that? Here's the day.
Right.
So this is education and mentoring segment. So we're bringing them in, but we're just gonna chit chat for now before we actually introduce them. But we will say, hey, hey, hey. And but Linda, tell me what's going on in your neck of the woods, or what happened to you this week?
Not much. To tell you the
Was
truth,
that a loaded question?
when you're retired, you just relax, and you do this, you do that, you entertain. Haven't done anything community wise, not this week. So it's been a calm week. Doing, you know what I've been doing? I've been shredding paper. I've been shredding old bills, old stuff. I'm getting ready for the new stuff. I'm so sick of all this paper. So, ladies, and gentlemen, it's time to shred, and that's what I've been doing.
Whole word.
I'll have a
Oh,
bag a night, do a bag a night, and you'd be
listen,
surprised of all the accumulated stuff that you have. So that's what I've been doing. That's my excitement. Woo, whoopee!
listen. That's a whole word. Wait a minute. You said shred. Like you need to shred
Yeah,
and get rid of the old bills. I did that a
old
couple of years
papers,
ago.
old.
Old papers. It's not like they're coming back, and some of the things you don't even use and you don't want to see anyway. So
I know.
get rid of. And with technology like it is, you should be scanning in those bills and just keeping it on a digital,
Uh,
wallet somewhere or something.
yeah, that's what I should be doing, and that's what I have to start doing. You're right, because this paper. I mean, I have papers from years back. Old tax papers. Okay,
I
right.
know.
That's what I'm shredding too. Old tax
I don't know
information.
that. Like I'm so still scared of shredding tax stuff. I've still got receipts. I think I got
Right.
a garbage bag full of receipts. I'm like from 2005. I'm like, God, that is weird. Like you weren't making that much money in 2005, were you? Like, oh
But
yes,
you got a lot of paper.
well, you know what? Just in case, because I don't trust this government. Oh, sorry, did I say that loud? Things are happening. Inflation is happening, and they're
You
trying
have
to
to have
come for us.
a paper
They're trying to
trail.
come for little old people. You know what I'm saying? So just in
When
case,
you
I got
when you start the paper trail. Yeah, right.
yeah, be like, I got a paper trail. I did eat at Fridays when I was 25. I did go there every weekend. We did talk. Yeah,
All
prepaid with
those
little.
old
Yeah,
airline tickets. How about that? From the
and
conference
I
from
can prove it.
PNC 5 years ago.
Oh my goodness.
I can prove it. I can prove it. I can prove it. Oh my God.
I can
So
prove it.
I can prove it. So
I
what's
can.
been happening in my life and all this week? Let's see. What do we do? So this week, I always like to start off with knowing that I supported another sister, and we have Cheryl Washington, who's over the EDMI, which is basically the East Baltimore
Uh huh.
Redevelopment Committee. She's the president, and attorney over that project, where they are redeveloping over 88 acres of land. Meaning they're going to build buildings there. They're going to
Mm.
do housing. I mean, it is so amazing. It is similar to what they did in some parts of DC, but a
Mhm.
Black woman owns it. Is that not amazing?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
They acquired the land and they are redeveloping the land for the good of the community.
Oh,
How
that is
powerful is
awesome.
that? Yeah, so that's Dr. Hattie Washington's daughter there in the Baltimore area.
That's
So
all I was about to ask you. Was that had? Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, we know anybody who's attached to our sister Hattie, they are industrious. They know what they have to do. Hattie has taught us all well what we need to be doing. So that
absolutely.
is awesome. Congratulations to her.
Yeah, congratulations. So
Yeah.
it was me, Peggy, Marianne, Connie, and Gina, Peggy's sisters. We were all there to support, and one
Oh,
more sister. But I'm sorry, I can't remember her name. But she also lives in Baltimore. Like it was really fun. We had food, we had fun. Okay, it was fun,
okay.
and just to say the least or the most, like I think like you should go to those networking events, especially the single women,
Mm-hmm.
because I ain't single. But girl, if I was single, woo!
Oh, well, don't forget to call your sister then. I must have missed something.
You need to be there, Linda. I was like, oh my
Okay. I should be
sisters. I
there.
told him I had some sisters for him. Like, no, boo, I don't do that. No, 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 no. I love the Lord, okay? And you can't do, that song, can't nobody do me like you. Nobody can do me like mine, okay? So, but I got somebody for you, right? So,
Amen.
yeah, but serious talk. I mean, women, they're single. It's Christmas season, and they're saying, "Oh, I'm going to be lonely." Well, get out there and network. Stop sitting in the house, being on Facebook.
That's true.
You
That
make
is so true. So
showing
we
off
have to
your
make sure we send
relationship.
all of this information as we get it, send it to all your sisters. So all your sisters, and that's a good way to meet up as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because, we've gotten so accustomed to not meeting up and we just been Zooming and, it's almost like we're afraid to go out and we hesitate. We're not afraid. We just hesitate. It's like, oh, well, and then we ended up looking at a Zoom. So you might as well get out, get some fresh air, get some vitamin D while you can, because the clouds are going to be coming over and won't be as much, I don't think, as long as this weather keeps as it is. But this is a good time to walk and, just get some exercise. You can
Yeah,
walk real fast without a sweat right now. So get on out and walk. That's what I've been doing. If I do nothing else, I get out and walk. I end up at the Whole Foods, but at the store.
you
One
always at the
was
Linda. I'm surprised you're not big as a house. That's sister talk, y'all. That's sister talk.
well,
Always
I'm
at
bigger
the
than
house.
I'm bigger than I was. But I'm getting fruits and vegetables. That's why you got to go on a weekly basis, almost, at least 2 or 3 times a week. I'm buying my grapes. I'm buying my fruits and all those. I'm eating more fresh vegetables. So it's just like, we go to the market, and other developing countries, they go to the markets every single day.
Mm-hmm.
They,
So,
they got a fresh.
and that's because they're getting their fresh, they don't put stuff in the refrigerator like we do
Exactly.
in the freezer. So I'm I'm a part of that new wave of eating more fresh vegetables. I always have, but now I'm eating more fresh fruit.
Absolutely. Well,
Organic fruit. Organic. That's the only kind I'm eating because I can't even eat the other what they call conventional. I can't eat it. It makes me sick. And for
oh,
years, it was making me sick, and I didn't know. So when I finally started eating organic fruit and vegetables, I can eat it. So hint to for those who, if you're having a problem digesting your fruit, go organic. Try it out because that's what happened to me. The doctor said I wasn't allergic, my body was rejecting. And I'm saying, why? As a kid, I went to the farm, my grandfather's farm. I ate the strawberries out in the field and the
mhm,
tomatoes and all that. Didn't make me sick then. But then all
right.
of a sudden, when I became in my 20s and started buying for myself, I started getting sick.
Mm.
So it took many years to figure it out, but that's exactly what it was. I was not eating organic. So now I can eat anything.
Oh, that is so amazing. Well, listen, um, everybody knows that Linda is a part of our health and wellness committee, and she
Mm-hmm.
great job, and I'm always inspired by her. Her healthy eating products that she brings to us. Yeah, like I need some more CBD right now. This little
Oh
pain in my neck.
yeah,
But
got a pain in your neck. Oh, some of that cream.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's the bomb. It's the bomb. Okay, so she's our
Yes,
health.
body therapy. It is the bomb. It works. It
So
works.
so good.
Mhm.
Well, we have some up and coming events that I really want to share. I don't know if we have something up there, but I
Any
will
hot topics? I mean,
talk.
any
I
hot
know.
events? Any hot events coming up? We
Well,
got
let's.
some birthdays. I know that today is Erica's birthday. I just want to say happy birthday to my baby, my firstborn and only born.
Yay,
Happy birthday
Erica!
to Erica, Dante's
Hi,
mom.
Dante's up in the back. Happy birthday, Erica and Mama and Mama.
Yeah. And
I
Peggy's birthday was this week, so we celebrated Peggy's
mean,
birthday
we did.
on
Happy
the 15th.
birthday.
I gotta
I,
put that
I
toot out for
wonder
Peg.
for the
We had a
two.
wonderful time just celebrating Peggy.
Yeah. Now, where's our other sisters? Any other birthdays out there that we don't know about? I don't know.
Peggy has the list.
Okay. Yeah. So
Okay.
everybody, happy birthday and welcome. Please share this particular broadcast right now. Happy birthday to everybody. Happy birthday to my girlfriend, best friend for years, Annette. Happy birthday. I know you're listening. So happy birthday. But yeah, so let's get into this. I mean, I don't know any events that's really coming up. I know that Wakanda Forever is up in the movie theaters right now, and
It's
I haven't got
awesome.
to see it.
Oh,
Jesse, you
I went
going to
to
see
see
it?
it Sunday. I went Sunday and it was absolutely
Absolutely.
awesome.
I yeah. Did
Yeah.
you get to see it?
Hmm?
Oh, yes. Awesome. 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 I would see it again. I
Me
thought I
too,
was
because
very
I
pleased.
know I missed something. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's so much new. If you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it, but it was so many new adventures
Never
in it.
spoil it, but I want somebody to tell me. Did you go see it, Stephanie?
Absolutely amazing, a must see, and I'll see it again.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I haven't seen it because no reason. I don't have no excuses. I don't have any excuses yet. I'm going to go see it, but I heard you need to wear all white and all this other stuff because it's a celebratory, event. And then I got to hear what happened at the end of it. So I'm good. It's still not like I was there, so
No,
I get
you got to be there. You've got to be
for
there to
myself.
experience it.
And I don't be around a lot of people, so it's like because whatever. And so I could go to a theater by myself, and I can Wakanda myself. Yes.
Believe it or not, it wasn't a lot of people in the theater I went to here in Virginia. The Alamo, they have a new Alamo in Crystal City.
Oh,
Oh
really?
my goodness! Yes, one in Crystal City. That has the brew. What do they call it?
Brewery.
There's a brewery. Yeah,
Oh,
you can. They have the bar and everything. But what was so fantastic? They come to you. You just push a button. Oh, and you don't have to get out of your seat at all.
where is this at?
In Crystal City,
They got that now. They have that in Atlanta.
you have those seats that go
Chicago.
all the way back, and your feet are up. And I went to a 3D, and oh yeah, and it was a great price. It really cost less than the Regal. So hey, check it out. Check out the one in Silver Spring because it's a beautiful theater. It's huge.
Yeah, we
So
need to go.
you want to check it out. If you want to relax and have everyone bring your unlimited popcorn to you, unlimited popcorn and unlimited drinks.
Unlimited popcorn and drinks.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Can you get
Yes.
candy?
No, you can buy it and you can buy food there too. You can purchase a little meal.
Oh, I've been there before. I've been not to that one. I've been something like that. Like I am so happy
Mhm,
to have something like that. They have it at Bethesda too at one time.
mhm, mhm.
That's so
Yeah.
cool. Well, cool. Alicia, you have something to say? Well, look at Alicia. She's so pretty. And Stephanie. So we're so excited, guys. We're not trying to hold. We're trying to hold them back because they're going to take over the whole show for the next 40 something minutes.
Okay,
And
I'm ready to hear them
I'm
now.
ready to too. And I'm so like, what? Let's bring my sisters and let's talk. Okay, so
Come on in. Come on in.
come on in the house, guys. I want you to click
Right.
and like and share
Enter.
this episode, like right now, because it is the most important talk in your life. Besides your health. Um, these are some sisters that are both in the financial and insurance industry, and they can give you some strategies on how to actually do better. You know what I'm saying? So some of you 2 months from now, you're gonna be making some New Year's resolution. I call them New Year's lies, okay? Because you never keep it, and you still broke, you still, skinny like me or overweight like somebody else or whatever. Just stop it. Like right now, we're gonna make a decision as we listen to them how we can actually get our financial house in order and just be healthy about doing that, right? And you don't have to lie to yourself. All you have to do is just commit. That's all it takes. So I think it was a songwriter or maybe just a motivational speaker. Like the time to start anything is like right now. Okay. Okay. Whatever they said. Now I said, Charlene said, what best time to start something is like right now. And that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to introduce our dear friend Stephanie Flood because she is a business owner, and she's been a business owner, but she owns Flood Life and Notary. And then we next going to introduce you to Alicia Pryor, who actually runs, her and her husband, DNA Financial, all right, and Associates. They are doing the darn thing down there at the harbor. The inner harbor, yeah, the inner harbor, the national harbor, the
National Harbor. The National Harbor.
national harbor. But I'm gonna let them tell you all about this stuff. But the most important thing I want you to take away is getting your financial health in order, and then also how to partner as a business owner and as a sister, and understand that we're not in competition with each other. We're actually helping to allow each other to arise in our specific callings and gifts. And some of us have similar gifts, but that's okay. We can share together. Anyway, I want to introduce you to Stephanie Flood. Let's talk to Stephanie Flood if she can. Hi, Stephanie. Thank you for being on 4Sisters Live.
Hi. Hi, Shirley.
Hi.
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me okay?
Hello. Yeah, we can hear you. How you doing?
Awesome. Awesome. This is an awesome opportunity to come on the show and be with my sisters today. Charlene, Linda, thank you so much. And of course, my coach, leader, just absolute phenomenal woman, Alicia Pryor of DNA and Associates is here. So real quick, I am Stephanie Flood of Flood Life and Notary, LLC. It is a business that myself and my husband opened. So I am the life and the health insurance aspect, and he is the notary part of Flood Life and Notary. He does title insurance. So that's what he's licensed in. So we partnered together to start Flood Life and Notary, and I am a licensed life and health insurance producer. And I partnered with DNA Financial and Associates to expand my operations, to get into a multitude of different services and be able to learn about different products and really expand what it is that I'll be able to do for the community as well as the country worldwide.
Right.
Right. So, really trying to take it universal here because we have an opportunity, especially with the advent of the internet and things that we can do on the web. So I wanted to talk about specifically how we've collaborated, DNA Financial and Associates and myself, but also wanted to spend some time, and this is good because this is all about education and mentoring. And so we want to get some education out there, some financial education, as well as some health education. So this product or service that I'm going to talk about combines both, and it has a crowdfunding piece to it as well. And the program is called Impact Health Sharing. Okay. And Impact Health Sharing is a program that has been out there for a little while, but I'm not sure if it's really well known. So I wanted to help really communicate and put it out there what impact sharing is. So Impact Health Sharing is a nonprofit organization, believe it or not. A lot of
Mm.
people who take advantage of impact health sharing are part of groups and community organizations or other organizations who look at health sharing as an asset, a benefit. And the
Mm.
reason why I say that it has a crowdfunding piece to it is because it's not health insurance. And I know I'm an insurance agent, I'm a licensed insurance producer, and wow, I'm talking about something that's not insurance, right? But again, it's all about sharing information and getting educated on something new. So I thought it would be worthwhile to talk about impact health sharing. So what it is a decentralized approach to healthcare. Like I said, it's not health insurance. It is a network of families, individuals, business owners, and entrepreneurs sharing medical costs. And it is a ethics-based nonprofit organization. So let me get into the meat and potatoes. Look, we're
Yeah, that
almost
sounds really interesting. You said sharing medical costs. Okay.
yeah,
That
sharing
is
medical costs.
medical
So
costs. Hmm.
yeah, so I'm going to give you a few stats here just to really bring it into a real nice package. 5% of Americans account for nearly half of healthcare spending. It normally costs about $452 per month for an average individual who pays for their health care. And that totals for families $1,779 per month. And as we know, healthcare costs is the number one reason for bankruptcies due to medical costs and bills. So a lot of people have gone into bankruptcy because of medical costs. Some other real quick stats. There are about 22 million adults who have individual insurance, right? 41 million are underinsured. And that's
Mm.
talks to the majority of our community, right? And
Mhm.
28 million have no insurance at all.
Wow.
So I really think it's important that we learn some other opportunities and options that may be out there. And really, the featured audience that this product or program could really help, it's across the board. Like I said, families, seniors, individuals who have those gig jobs, those Amazon delivery workers, those Uber drivers, those Lyft drivers. And look, I brought up Amazon and I brought up Lyft for a couple of reasons. The main reason is there have been some layoffs in this
Mm-hmm.
particular
Yes.
company at the
Mm-hmm.
past 2 weeks, right? I
Mm-hmm.
think we
Right.
just learned, other companies, large companies have laid off. And again, this is another opportunity to find some ability to share in the medical costs. So let me tell you how that's done. I know you guys really want to know how is this done. So it's done by joining Impact Health Sharing, and I'll talk about how to do that at the end. Of course, you would contact myself through my website. And basically, it's about joining Impact Health Sharing. And what you do is you become a member, and your medical costs, your bill, is shared, publicized, and shared within the group of the people that you're with in Impact Health Sharing. So the cost is shared, which means once your bill is published and your group of people are joining in, they can help you pay your bill. That bill is actually sent from your provider to Impact Health Sharing directly. So when you become a member, you actually get a card. And that card explains how the program works and what is being done. So there is an amount that you have to meet, which is an account that your money goes into. Once it meets that threshold, then your bill can be paid by the members in your group. So that's the reason why I said there's a crowdfunding piece to it, because it's a shared bill. It's a shared cost that's shared across the group within Impact Health Sharing. So I really hope that that is worthwhile. As far as Flood Life and Notaries is concerned, we help you build your overflow. So your overflow is really your financial health and wealth. So we really want to join in providing those services, those products that can help you build your overflow. And that is Flood Life and Notary. And now I'm going to turn it over to Alicia Pryor. She could talk and we can conversate about why it's important to collaborate and connect. Alicia?
Oh, thank you, Stephanie. You know, that information was vital because oftentimes we get stuck in what we think our options are, particularly in healthcare. And it's great to know that there are other options that you have, that you can not have to worry about an open enrollment season, that you can go right in, and get in where you fit in your affordability and still be able to have the coverages that you need. So that's amazing. Thank you for sharing that, Stephanie. Um, we are, again, I'm Alicia Pryor with DNA Financial and Associates, and we pride ourselves on really customizing your financial strategy that's unique to you. So just as your DNA is unique to you, so too should your financial plan be and your financial strategy. So there is never a cookie cutter approach to what works for you, what your goals are, where you want to be, what your retirement strategy might be, when do you want to retire. Are you prepared now? What are the steps you have to take to get there? So I found that in even our sisterhood, in my various communities and circles that I'm walking in and working with, we have synergies, right? Where we are maybe even doing some of the same things. But what I found is that there's no room for competition. There really is more room for collaboration. And you just have to kind of look through those lenses to see what that fit might be. So we, along with Flood Life, do many of the same things, and yet there are some unique niches that we also bring to the table. So by us coming together, we found a real cool way to kind of fit together to now expand our reach in our community. Because bottom line is, we want to make sure that everyone has the opportunity for financial success, that the financial landscape, the playing field is leveled so that we can all now come to the table and be able to have equity at the table. When we know better, we can do better. So the financial literacy aspect is a big piece of what we do when we reach out to the community. And so when we build that team, when we build those relationships, that just expands our reach. We can reach more people because when we now start to know better, we can collectively all do better and really have a piece of that thing that sometimes people think is not attainable, but it really is. You just have to kind of show them how to get there. And it may be a concept where we might have to walk or crawl, walk, run phases. As we kind of learn a little bit more, we try a little bit more. When people feel comfortable with that, then we kind of walk them through those phases and stages to ensure that they receive their goals and that they become financially secure, responsibly insured, and tax wise.
That's great. I wanted to ask a question. Thank you, Alicia, and thank you, Stephanie. And I want to let everyone know these are our sisters from 4Sisters Network. So you want to be a part of us because this is the type of information that you will receive, and you're receiving free information. So that's one of the benefits of the wonderful women that belong to this organization. I wanted to ask the question, Stephanie, what are the qualifications in joining the sharing medical costs information that you get? Who's qualified? How do you get qualified for this? I'm sure that a lot of people will be very interested in this. Is this
Yes.
families? Are these people outside of the family that we're sharing? Could you kind of break that down on who's qualified to do this?
Well, it is, I will put it to you like this: it is open to all.
Okay.
Now, you would have to connect with the website, go to the website, and you can
Mhm.
actually join there and contact me, and I can assist you with doing that, to make
Mhm.
sure that you can get into the network. But again, it's open. It's open to all. It's not restrictive. Again, it is not health insurance. So there's really no real, I would say, there's no stockbrokers, or, there's no board of directors that has to really look at and see whether or not you fit the bill. As long as
Okay.
you have medical costs, and those costs you can get assistance with, it is open. It's also open to seniors 65 and older. And if
Mhm.
they have Medicare, what happens is those bills could be paid for with Medicare. And then once Medicare pays it, then another cost could be shared through impact health sharing. So it
Mm.
really does open the field, um, and make sure that those who can be helped are helped. So I would
Mhm.
really answer the question that it is open to all. If you have medical costs, and you get bills from those providers, then it's open. Um, so that's basically how I would answer that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I do have a question about that. So if those are pre-existing bills, but they pay into the shared community, do they still
So
pay?
there's
Thank you.
Yes, so there are pre-existing conditions. Those are, considered as well. If you have chronic or critical, there may be other options that will have to be looked at. But for the most part, if you have a bill and it's something that you get within, a particular time frame, and those bills are submitted, then those have an opportunity to be shared across the members in that particular group.
Awesome. My other question then
Hmm.
would, what is the cost, just a general cost of what this would look like for someone that, joins today and says, hey, I need this in my life, for me and my family, for a family of four, knowing that we're paying about $2,000 a month for health insurance. But with this program, what are we looking at?
So we're looking at about $65 for individuals and about $330 for families. And then there's special pricing for seniors as well.
Hmm.
Wow, that's really good.
That's, that is real good. Yes.
Yeah.
Especially, yeah. Do you have to be employed, or is it, do you have to be employed?
So no, this program is really for those who do not have a health plan, who do not
Okay.
have a health care plan. So that could be a spouse who is not
Mhm.
working. It could be,
Mhm.
like I said, those seniors who, are really on the cusp. They haven't completely uh, qualified, for things. So they need help in paying their medical bills. And it's also, again, for those gig workers that I talked about, those
Mhm.
persons who drive Lyft, who drive Uber, who work, at Amazon, but don't qualify for the healthcare plan. This program fits those types of people.
Hmm.
That
Okay.
is so good. Wow. Yeah, my notes are full. I'm actually taking notes. Yeah, education, health, whatever,
Yeah,
because
I'm taking notes too.
we're always taking notes because this is so good.
Yeah, this is different. Yes.
Yeah, because for families, again, spending about $2,000. I know that the nation's average is saying about, 17, but here in this house, okay, it's a different story. So,
Right.
but yeah, that's really good. So you can basically cut back on that and just give it a try.
Yeah.
For instance, we do a lot of, we got dental, we got health exams. Um, I know for us, we like specialty doctors. Do they account for the naturopathic doctor that we see in the community?
Mm.
Is that considered a part of the health share plan?
Yeah, we could definitely look and see, but I don't, again, if you receive a bill and it is a medical bill, that's really the qualifier.
Okay.
And again, as long as there's, if there's chronic or critical illness there, that has to be considered. That can be, a one-off or two-off situation, meaning it may or may not be something that would be able to be considered. But if you have a medical bill, if you've gone to the emergency room and you've gotten a bill, that could definitely be something that's submitted.
Mm-hmm.
And I did want to say that Impact Health Sharing also has a prescription cost plan, drug plan. So it has a discounted prescription cost sharing as well. So again, you get your card and it shows you what your discount is across the board for really those more popular medications that, a majority of people do take across the country.
Okay.
This is really good. Yeah. What
This
an
is really
interesting.
interesting.
I love it because it's not your typical scenario, right? Again, it's out of the box thinking to make something affordable for all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an excellent concept, and that's kind of when we first heard about it. You're like, "Well, what?
Yeah.
Really?"
Yeah,
Right.
and especially when you have those persons who are, who are naturopaths, and that's the hardest thing. That's the biggest bill you're going to have that's not normally paid by a traditional
That part.
healthcare. Yeah, so that is one thing that I think that's a plus because right now I'm doing both. So I know that the naturopath is not going to be paid by my health insurance. So anybody who's looking, this is a wonderful idea to do something of this nature because of that. Now you can feel a lot easier knowing that you can help. If there's something you really, really need to get paid, there's help out there because hey,
Right.
right now people are trying to eat, people are trying to live,
Yeah.
and it's very difficult now with people losing jobs. Like you have your major people, like was it Amazon that they was it
Amazon laid off.
they
Yeah.
laid off, and we have
Yeah.
people in all areas that work for these
And
companies, and therefore they lose their benefits. If they had any health
exactly.
benefits, they absolutely lose their benefits. And of course, if you are an Uber driver or Lyft or something of that nature, you want insurance. You want to know that you have that additional cushion just in case something happens, because some people are doing it full time as a
Absolutely.
business as opposed to some are doing it part time and so many are doing it full time.
Full time. And
Right.
Yeah.
things are changing, and we know that. And also another thing that I want to make sure I stress, it's also for small businesses. Small business owners can
Mhm.
take advantage of this as well and provide this to their employees. So
Right.
again, another vital piece of information. That's why, I'll be honest with you, that's why it attracted me the most, because I'm a small business. And if I
Hmm.
decide to hire people, hey, this could be an option. And I really thought it was really worthwhile to talk about. There may be things that may or may not be covered. I'm not going to say and guarantee that everything's going to be covered. I can't do that. But what I can say is to be responsible, check it out, do your research. If you want to contact me, contact me. We can walk through this, make sure that you're set up appropriately, and see what's there for you, and make sure that it fits the scenario that you're walking with. And if you're an employer, again, awesome opportunity. If you are a group, again, awesome opportunity to look in and see if this works for you and your employees and your group members. So,
Yeah, I think it's really neat. I really think it's neat because if you don't, for some insurances, like we'll can talk about, you guys offer some of those products, life insurance policy from terms to IULs and other things, but some of them require you to be healthy, right? And
Correct.
what better way if you are underinsured or not insured at all to get your health together, things that you say, well, I can't do it because I may need to take this medication to regulate it before I actually do an exam, like, so take the 65 or $300 and get your health back in order and stop running from the doctor, because you don't want to like have this snowball effect of your health going down the drain because I don't have any insurance, so I can't go to the doctor. Now here's a choice for you. Here's some options for you. And then let's talk about your insurance companies that you guys actually run there. When it comes to getting a good policy, would you not say that most of your good policies are requiring you to do health exams, or maybe not? I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. In any case, particularly with insurance, the younger you are, get it now, get it now, get it now before you start having these health issues, right? So oftentimes I know that I was one of those young people where I thought I had time on my side. It wasn't important. I'm gonna get around to it. I'm too busy spending my money somewhere else. Well, hindsight is always 2020. So our focus now is really sharing with people, young people especially. Listen, now is the time you can get you can get health insurance, life insurance products based on what your goals are early when your health is better, and you can continue to maintain that throughout the life of your policies, right? You don't have to go back and get another examination, as long as you maintain your premium payment, and you can be building that nest egg for yourself so that you can have retirement, generational wealth for you, your children, and their children's children. That's how big this thing can be. So we just want to make sure that people are even thinking about what they may need to be thinking about earlier than what I would have done if I had been that age years ago.
Right. And right. And
That's
young people are
true.
dying early. I know you heard some scenarios that's going out there now where they were with a group of friends and the friend, gets, she dies. And of course, I believe that the parents did have insurance, but right now, what if they would have had other kids and she lived and there was a medical situation where it needed to survive, help her to survive her life, and her
Right.
parents didn't have the $6,000, and I'm not going to go into particulars of this story, to fly her
Mhm.
back from that country in
Right.
which she died in.
Right.
Mm.
That was
Apparently,
sad.
yeah, if you
Wow.
have insurance, those are the things that can take care of horrendous situations like this. And I don't think people think like, oh, my child is young, or I'm too young. I'm 25. Like, I just want to live my life and spend my money on stuff. Like, I don't even. Yeah. So I think what you just said, educating the millennials, that when you're 18, I think it's very important to let kids know, get this
Absolutely.
insurance now. Because even though I have the
Absolutely.
coverage for you, get it now. Do your checkups now. Because we're seeing kids as young as 18, 25 getting cancer, having heart attacks, having just things
That's
that I
true.
don't
That
imagine,
is true. That
right?
is true.
So you
Mhm.
just said,
Yeah. And the thing about it is, life insurance is not about death. It's not solely about death. It's
that's
about
Right.
the life
It's
you want to
about life.
lead when you retire, the life you want to lead when you have reached your independence number, the life you want to have and protect, right?
Mhm.
Because there's just so many
Right.
different things that you can do with it. Even now, there's riders that you can have for the living benefits. So that if you get critical, chronic, or terminal, you have access to that money to sustain you during that time, because the least thing you want to do is worry about have financial woes while you're recovering or in treatment for something. So it just does so much more than what your grandparents policies probably did. It's just, and this is what the wealthy's doing, they're leveraging it all day long. So now this is why it's so important for us to really take that banner out to our community and say there's options, there's other things
yes.
that we can do. There's things we can do to fight this financial insecurity in our communities. Let's go ahead and do better so we can be better.
Yeah, that we really need to share this information. This is something very, very new. And I think if we tell our young people the most important thing of insurance are the benefits, especially for young people, because it's lower. It costs you less, and they need to
Absolutely.
understand. And I know that's what you do, but that's the understanding that most people, including myself, growing up, did not know. Even though I did buy when I was young, but I didn't know the benefits. I just did it. But
Right.
now, we need to tell our young people that this is the time to do it, and just close your eyes. Don't worry about missing it, because you're gonna benefit later.
later.
Correct.
That is so important that they understand the dollars and cents that they're going to receive later. That's
Right.
if they're with the right insurance agent, though.
Right. And
I,
someone's going to educate them. It's not about
it's
writing a policy.
educated.
It really is about not only getting them in the product that's best for them, but also
Hmm.
walking with them annually, taking a review. Let's talk about it. This is where we are
Yeah,
now. It's still
and
working
so,
for you. Do we
also,
need to do something
your
different?
company does this, and so many other companies do not. That's why it's so important that they get with the right company that will educate them along the way. Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And you are absolutely correct, Linda. And then, really talking about legacy, what it means to build a legacy. All of this that we're talking
Hmm.
about, having
Hmm.
the millennials, having the young people really understand, you really start building a legacy when you're young. And all of
Hmm.
the tools and all of the life insurance, even impact health sharing, are tools and things that you can look into now while you're at a young age to take you into your legacy, take you
Hmm.
and beyond. Those
Hmm.
that are going to be left behind will be able to stand in your legacy and continue right along the path that you set for them. So that's why it's so important to get all of this information.
Hmm.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It's a lot out there. And I mean, there's a lot going on. You know that stress brings on health issues. And
Yes.
I always like to talk about current events. And one of the current events is the economy and inflation. Inflation is
Mm,
going up. So you're gonna see a lot of health issues just for people alone, right? Maybe I don't know, high blood pressure. Just a thought that I don't
mhm,
have my job anymore, and they're possibly talking about laying me off. So
mhm,
I like to. It's not a scare tactic. It is okay. Let's prepare. Let's prepare for the what is. And some people are like, well, I don't do what is. Well, okay. Well, let's say that you are it. Like tag you're it. Do you do the it part? Because you literally tag and you will be it in the hospital, stressed out. You could lose your job. It's like it's not a joke. And so this is
mhm.
eye opening because I'm like, well, darn, am I underinsured? You can't just depend on your spouse's insurance. Maybe we can use more insurance and maybe we can save some money because money
True.
is always good so that I can invest in more stuff. But this is an
Right.
important conversation, definitely.
Very
Well,
important. Yes.
and the
Yes.
other misnomer is that people think that, well, I have insurance with my job.
Yes.
Oh, I'm covered. I've got my job
Hmm.
has me covered.
That's what we
But they
say.
have you covered until you're not. And what is that? You lose that job. You're no longer there. It's not a portable policy you can take with you. That's
Hmm.
over. And
Yeah.
that's their insurance on you, right? Pretty much.
That's
And
that's
so it's
true.
oh, and it's the things that we don't think about, or we just don't understand it like that, right?
Right.
But it really have to start looking out for you and what you need to do for you and yours, right?
And if
And there's
you don't,
just layering that may be necessary.
I was just thinking too, because if you don't stay on that job, you're going to lose it. And young people move around. We don't stay on jobs as long as we used to. We don't have jobs for life anymore. So,
Right.
so you're really going to lose out. So I guess it's most important to do something, to shop and to find the right thing for you, because if you're a young person who's going from one job to another, and of course you're going because you want a higher income,
Right.
you want more benefits, well, you're going
Right.
to leave benefits here and you're going to another location and
Mhm.
another job, and you're going to start all over again.
All
So
over.
it's good to have your own on the side, your
Mhm.
own personal insurance, and yeah,
Mhm.
invest in yourself. That makes a lot of sense,
That makes
and that's
sense.
what they need to understand. Yeah.
Mhm. You know, and
And even
COVID
if
just
your job, I'm
go
sorry,
ahead. Sorry.
Alicia. I was just going to say, even if your job does have the ability to allow your insurance to go with you, you're paying at the cost that the employer
Mm-hmm.
pays.
Hey, I've been there
You're
before
not
with
gonna, yeah,
yeah.
it's astronomical. I did it for like 3 months. I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford it, which was what pushed me into life insurance because I said, I really need to understand this and know why this is so urgent and so
Mhm.
crucial.
Hmm. Okay.
Absolutely. I was going to say that it was during COVID that a lot of our um, deficiencies were exposed.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
lack of health care, lack of job security, lack of liquidity for rainy day funds, lack of just lack. And
That's
so
true.
when we're coming out of that, we want to posture ourselves to be better positioned, whether it's due to the inflation. I think, Charlene, you said that the inflation was the new COVID.
Yes, I knew it. I knew
I'm like, oh my gosh, you can't go nowhere. You can't do anything. You got to monitor spending. I mean, people
Right.
losing their jobs. You know, when she said
Yeah.
that, that resonated with me. I'm like, well, here we are again, different look, but same result,
Right.
yeah,
right? And
Job security is not there.
it's not there.
yeah.
It's not there.
So what are we gonna do? What
What are
can
we
we
gonna
do to be
We have
better? We
to
can't
make
do
we
the
have to
same
make our
thing.
own plan. Yeah.
Correct. We can't do the same thing and expect different results. We
No.
can't.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we got to protect ourselves. And like we said, since inflation is the new COVID, which is going to go up 7%, but you better get the medicine right now. The same thing. Remember, we were taking the echinacea shots, the green tea. We were just, you were running to get everything you could to prepare not to get COVID because nobody wants to be sitting up in the hospital with tubes down their throat or some oxygen machine, right? It's the same thing. That's why I'm looking at it. So you prepare for the bad, the worst. You're not afraid, and we don't live in fear because we know that fear, we cast down fear, all right? Because
Right.
perfect love and fear. So, but we do know that we need to prepare and say, well, how do I prepare? And today you have Stephanie Flood and you have Alicia Pryor to tell us how to prepare because you don't want to get COVID. Okay, you don't want to get caught up when you don't have the money, you don't have the protection such as the insurance or the health insurance. So what do we do? And so I'm going to leave this moment because we have a couple of minutes, and we're going to leave this with Stephanie and Alicia to kind of walk them through right now, where they're getting their prescription now. They're getting a plan, just like we did in COVID, right? Like, and we got that plan to say,
Yeah.
you better get some collard greens, girl, and you better eat as many greens as you need, and you're gonna need this and that, right? I mean, Linda hooked us up. Like, I was taking everything Linda said. Like, you better get some ginger and do
Don't
some.
forget your beats.
Don't get your
Mm.
That's
yeah.
right, beats.
Give us all that. So give us a grocery shopping list of everything we're going to need to protect us over these next 3 months. How can we get our house in order? Because it's coming. We will get another announcement from the Fed about inflation. So you'll get that after Thanksgiving. So again, I don't know if Congress is going to shut down for this. There will be a need. You just need to know that you're going to be spending a little bit more money. And so we got the doctors in the house today, Stephanie and Alicia.
Yes.
It's on you. Give us our grocery list. Come on now. Come on.
Yes.
Absolutely. So I would say the first thing is to reach out to me, reach out to Alicia. We can actually do what we just talked about before. We can review what you already have. We can review your life insurance, see if you have what you need right now. I would say that would be number one. Number two is to prepare, to look at other services that are out there, just like I just shared about Impact Health Sharing. Reach out to me. We can talk about it. See if it's something that's worth your while, as well as look at some other life insurance products and programs that could be out there for you as well. I'm going to turn it over to Alicia to round it up.
Well, you just covered it. It starts with that detailed needs analysis. What that does, it identifies where you are right now, right? Where we do that complementary comparison for you. And if you got something that's good, we're going to tell you, wow, you're good. based on what your goals and needs are. But if there are some gaps that we may be able to help you to fill, we'll identify those gaps and those shortfalls and give you some options to select what might work best for you. Because remember, this is all about you. This is your DNA, your unique thing that's unique for you. So once we do that, then we develop a strategy, and then you start to work your strategy. We walk with you the whole way so that we're having touch-ups, conversations, because life is constantly changing. Maybe every couple of months or so, we usually meet at least twice a year with our clients. But sometimes our clients call and say, hey, listen, I got something going on. What's the impact is this going to have on me? And then we stop because we're your fiduciaries. We want you to be able to know that whatever we do, whatever conversation we're having is always in your best interest at mind, first and foremost. So we want to be that fit team for you. Ensure that you are financially secure, responsibly insured, and tax wise.
We need your information. So how can I contact both of you? Because we both need to put this information and send it out to our family and our friends so that they know that this type of insurance exists. This is brand new. So how can we get in contact with you, share with the audience all of that most important information?
Absolutely. So my website is www.floodlife.net, and my phone number is 301-267-3471. Again, 301-267-3471.
Okay. Alicia?
I can be reached at www.dnafinancialassociates.com. My contact number is 301-341-1001. Click on our website. If you have any additional questions, you can reach me via email. It's also on our website, and we look forward to helping you through this journey.
Your family, we need to spread the word.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, next week, guys, as we tune out, we are going into the entrepreneur segment, and that segment is our Madam President Peggy Morris and our head person there, Sharon Bullock. So tune in for their guests. I'm sure it's going to be great. I'm sure, but we're back here at the same time, same place. Yes, 12 noon every single Saturday, and have been doing this for 5 years, and we're super excited that we have, several years more to go. So what time is it?
And don't forget to send this to everybody. Time for you.
To walk in your purpose and prosperity.
Spread the word, guys.
Yes.
Yes.